Can you hear the music? I only got my bottom teeth. Can you hear this though? Give me a sound check. That was by Diane DeNoble. I love her music. We're gonna listen to Fearless again. I just have her playlist on right now. I love this song. Have you been listening? Hi, Dakota. So this song is called Fearless. Look for it. You heard it here first on the Beach Report. Diane is a local artist. I first found her playing with a band called On the Rocks. They play great 80s songs. With your righteous hand. I'm not single. I'm a widow. I'm a widow and I still love my husband and I am not looking for a man. So if you're looking for love, you come to the wrong place. My love is with the Lord. Not interested in earthly love anymore. Hello, Prince Edward Island. I've never been there. And just so you guys know, my moderators are hard at work right now. And namely, I think Darla's the only one right now, but she's a bulldog. So don't piss her off. Be respectful. Treat me like I'm a real person because I am. I'd appreciate that. Thank you. And I can't see all of your comments because I'd be driving. So where are you going, Jill? Right now, I am headed for Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Happy 250 years. God bless you, Catwalk. I know. So excited. I feel like I'm going to the biggest birthday party in the whole world. I'm so excited about it. I've been working myself up into a frenzy for this week. I just think it's wonderful. Our whole country celebrating together. And hopefully nobody will ruin it for us, if you know what I mean. This is for all of us, you guys. Everybody. We're Americans. 250 years. Boy, oh boy, it's been rough though, hasn't it? Hello, Argentina. Hi, LaDonna. Oh my God. You are my strength. With your righteous hand. So right now, we're starting off this trip in Florida. I've been on the road for about an hour. Right now we're passing Hope Sound. I'll let you guys look at the road. That's what it looks like in South Florida today. It's beautiful. It's sunny. We've got some clouds. Trump 2028. Hi, T-Knox. Welcome. I'm fearless. Like the song I'm playing right now, I am fearless. So I'm not worried about it, scared of anything. I'm doing my thing. I'm living my life. I live without fear and I walk in faith. It's hotter in Pennsylvania. Well, Bob, I don't care. I'm a Florida girl. Bring it on. That's what I say. All this music, by the way, that you hear right now is by Diane DeNoble. I'll give it a... I'll pause it. I'm playing music by friends so that I don't get copyright dinged. Probably will anyway, but that's okay. If the money goes to Diane DeNoble, I'm fine with that. So, you know, Bob, sorry, horrible humidity. Yeah, again, doesn't bother me. I'm from Florida. I'm thinking going up to Pennsylvania right now, everybody's going to be complaining about the heat, and I'll be like, woo-hoo, Florida's here. You got Florida in the house. It can never be too hot. And it can never be too humid either. So my hair will most likely be a little bit wavy this time, because every time I go up north, my hair just goes straight as a pin. It's okay. Darla loves the heat. You know you belong in Florida, don't you, Darla? So right now, I am finding it a little bit difficult to talk because I got my partial, but only the lower partial, and my upper missing tooth thing here, it didn't come in today. So unfortunately, well, no, I think it's for the best, honestly, because getting used to this in my mouth, I was missing these two teeth here, so I have this fake thing now. Fake thing. Yeah, fake teeth. Just two of them, but boy, they take up the whole mouth because it's called a partial. And it hurts. And the dental technician told me to practice talking and singing and eating and get used to it. And I'm doing that. So, but it's not comfortable. I feel very sore here. It really hurts. I'd like to take it out, but I'm not going to because I want to get used to it and I want it to be normal. But right now it feels weird and not normal and kind of bad. So yeah, MJ, just the lower ones. And I imagine when I get the new one over here, it's also going to be an issue. So I'm kind of glad that I don't have the new one up here because getting used to these lower ones is a lot. It's a lot, you know, it's uncomfortable. And I feel like clenching my teeth a lot, but see, just, I got all the teeth down there. Not that you didn't tell before, because you really could never see them, but it should be easier to eat. And I've got an apple somewhere around here I'm going to start munching on. But I don't eat yet because I like to intermittent fast, and it is not my eating window right now, so I will not be eating yet. Anyway, I am driving up north to Saxonburg. My destination is that on the 3rd there is a big parade in Saxonburg, Pennsylvania. It's going to be quite amazing, and very, very special people there. And somehow they think I'm special too, because they've invited me to be in the parade. So you guys will get to watch the inside of the parade from my point of view, because when the Beach Report is in a parade, the whole Beach Report is in a parade. That means you're in the parade too. So you'll be able to watch from the vantage of being in the horse-drawn carriage. I'm still not believing it till I see it and do it, but this is happening, God willing. If God wants me to be in a horse-drawn carriage in a 4th of July parade, then I will do that. I don't know what else to do. It's a wonderful life. It is a wonderful life. I'm feeling very blessed this week as I head up north. I left the little dogs, and that kind of brings tears to my eyes because I'm going to miss them very much, but that's okay. They are still waiting. I'll be back. I am their dog sitter for the duration, so that's a wonderful thing too. I feel like, I don't want to have dogs. I can't afford to have dogs. And it's very difficult to travel with a dog. I've done it. Muffin never held me back, and I traveled with her for a good 10 years. And that was great. We learned to do it together. Hi, Betty. But if you can't make it, Darla, you can watch. From my point of view, it's almost better if you don't come, because probably watching it, you can't be in the carriage with me, really. Okay, Buckeye. I don't know what that means. I remind everybody of somebody. Don't we all, right? Sometimes we're just carbon copies of each other. It makes you wonder, doesn't it? I like to think I'm unique. I don't look unique. There's a lot of people who look that I. Good morning, Irma. Yeah, those dogs and so sweet. And I slept with them. I slept with the white in my arms all night. It was like they knew, they could see that I was packing stuff. Dogs are smart like that. They know what's going on. Anyway, they have another dog sitter, and I have to say she's very wonderful. I had not met her before, but I feel like I've known her my whole life. This girl was amazing, and she is a lot like me, and she lives the way that I do. You know, we're like van life without the van. Dog sitting is not a well-paying job, and we had this discussion too. It's an issue because you do a lot, and it's a super, like, if anything happens to those dogs on your watch, I can't even imagine. You have to be very responsible. On top of it, you have to be trustworthy. I mean, you're in somebody's home and they're trusting you with all their things, all their stuff. Yes, driving to Myrtle Beach. And it's a lot. It's a lot of responsibility. Plus, you can't leave very often. You know, I do my jazz show, and it's like as soon as that show is over, boom, I was out of there. I can't spend more than 2 hours doing my shows when I'm watching dogs, because I have to be with the dogs, and I take it very seriously. So I have decided only to restrict myself just to the 2 dog families that I'm babysitting for right now, because it's a lot. And they work with my schedule, I work with their schedule, but they know that when I'm with their dogs, that I love the dogs like they're my own, and I do everything I can that they're happy. And all right. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Let me know. Lamine, we'll pray for you in the name of Jesus. What's wrong, sweetheart? I'm not going to have fun at the beach, Keystone. I'm just stopping. I go to Myrtle Beach whenever I drive up north to Pennsylvania. I always stop in Myrtle Beach because it's halfway, and I have very dear friends there, and they're wonderful. I tell them I got a wham bam, thank you, ma'am. I run in, I sleep, and I run out the next day. It's a wonderful thing that I can do that. I don't always do it like that, but I have to do it like that this time. So, suffering, and I'm sorry that you are suffering, but on the Beach Report, we try not to talk about things like that, because I think it's not something that we can do anything about. I'm sorry that you're suffering, but it doesn't help to spread suffering around. Honestly, my show is not about this. So I know that you've been watching the Beach Report for a while, and that you love this and you love me, and that's great. But talking about people in other countries right now, we Americans have been so kind and generous to everybody all over the world that right now we have to take care of ourselves too. So I think that's the thing that everybody needs to do at this point, is step back and assess your own life and your own power to make your own life good. Not other people's lives, but your own life. So I can't really see all of your what you're saying because I'm driving. So if you throw a lot of words at me, I'm gonna have to ask Darla to read them and to decide what to do with what you're saying. But my show is not about helping people in other countries. My show is about, quite frankly, making America great again. I mean, it's not about that, but it is part of my mission, a big part of my mission. And I've lived in Switzerland, other countries, well, one other country. I've been to other countries. And from what I've seen in my lifetime is that we in America are the kindest, most generous people in the world. And we help everybody, but we don't help ourselves. And that has to change, like immediate. So we are constantly at the mercy of people from other countries claiming that their hardship is so much worse than ours. So it's our duty to somehow help them. And it gets us into a problem when we are taken advantage of. And we're taken advantage of so much, so often, that our elders, people older than me even, are being scammed out of their life savings, being lied to by scammers. And then we've got our taxpayer dollars, trillions of taxpayer dollars being sent to other countries by people who we tried to help and not our own people. So exactly, Betty, prayers for all, but as far as helping everybody with money, you know, money isn't real anyway. I personally don't work for money. And for that reason, I don't have a lot of money. But I have as much as I need. And I don't want for anything. And some people will accuse me of using people. But what am I using people for? Love? Friendship? Camaraderie? A place to sleep? I don't use anybody for a place to sleep, quite honestly. When I have friends who open their homes to me, they do that because we're friends. Because they love me and I love them. And if I had a home and they needed a place to sleep, I would absolutely open my doors to them. I have friends all over the country and indeed all over the world who, if they knew that I was anywhere near their houses and I didn't have anywhere to stay for the night, or I planned on staying in a hotel, they would be so mad. They would scoop me up and take me in. Because that's friendship. I'm only talking about this not because I think what people say about me is true. It's actually the opposite. And I get this a lot. And I'm only talking about it now because of meeting the other dog sitter today who lives exactly like I do. We don't have anybody keeping us anywhere right now. I have no husband. He's in heaven. So is my dog. So I am able to go wherever I'm needed. And sometimes I'm needed for the dogs. And I do my dog sitting job. And that's a job, and it's a very poor paying job. But it is a very satisfying job because of the dogs. You know, it's a lot. People don't want to pay for that service. And when you try to ask them to pay for the service, like $100 a day, they're like, oh, that's crazy. That's crazy, $100 a day. I don't know. They're your dogs. They're so important. Why would you not want the best person in the world to watch them, who loves them and treats them like their own, and then pay them not very much? I don't know. Especially when you're wealthy. I don't know. You're on vacation doing your thing, and your dog sitter is your dog sitter. But it's okay. It is what it is. I don't plan on getting a home, Deb. No. I don't miss it at all. and I love what I'm doing. And I think if I had like an actual, I bought a house and that was my house, I would not want to be there all the time. You know, I love to travel and I love to see my friends and I love to go places and do things and constantly. So having one place where that's my home, it ties me down because I am free. And that's another thing, meeting this other lady, understanding that freedom is not guaranteed to anybody. And a lot of people make themselves seem like they're in a cage, like they're not free. You know, like you say, I can't leave my abusive husband. I can't do that. It's not possible. And I hear you think that you have to stay in a bad situation. I personally have left some very bad situations. And in Deb, I'm stuck living with my ex. We are friends now. Well, that's good, but you're not stuck. You choose to continue living with your ex. Never forget that you choose everything that you do. And if you are doing something that you don't like and you don't choose, then you need to find a way to get out of it. Remember that song, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover? It's one of my favorite songs. Just get out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. You don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Oh, you hop off the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. Hey, Uncle Andy. Thank you. Jesus is taking the wheel. He's always taking the wheel. The problem is all inside your head, she said to me. The answer is easy if you think it logically. I'd like to help you in your struggles to be free. There must be 50 ways to leave your lover. 50 ways to leave your lover. You just slip out the back, Jack. Make a new plan, Stan. Don't need to be coy, Roy. You just listen to me. Oh, you hop on the bus, Gus. You don't need to discuss much. Just drop off the key, Lee, and get yourself free. So, I hear you, Deb. There's money involved. There's always money involved. This is why I don't believe in money. Because it's not real. I think I told you about my friend's mom in her 80s. What does that mean, phrase you up? Phrase. What is phrase? I'm thinking French, it's strawberries. I think you speak French, right? What does that mean? Does it mean whip you up? Oh gosh, God, yeah, 7th grade, Uncle Andy. I am like all in my feels on the 250th birthday of America, and I feel like it's 1976, and I'm 10 years old again. I don't know. Okay, what was I saying about being free? Oh, money. It's not real. So, yeah, my friend's mom, she's in her 80s, and she gets a phone call, and it sounds like her granddaughter. And it sounds like her granddaughter just had a car accident and hit someone, and it's a pregnant woman. Oh, and the baby could die. Oh my gosh, the big story. And she falls for it in her 80s. Well, because she fell for that scam, you get a phone call like that. Don't fall for it. Question everything. Anyway, she fell for the scam and ended up, I think, losing something like $40,000. And see, that's where, I know, revival of the classics. That's where money isn't real. If you lose $40,000 to a scammer, what are you doing? What do you? Oh, a song, You Raised Me Up. Okay. Yes, I know that song. I do. I mean, I don't know personally. I've heard it, but it's not one of the songs that I know and that I sing. And if I play it, then I won't get demonetized. So, yeah. So, I mean, I won't get that big 20 cents. Really, the only money that I make on YouTube anyway is you guys sending me rubies. Thank you for that. And my membership group. Thank you for that. So, it's a wonderful thing. But again, money's not real, so it doesn't really matter. I would do it anyway. I know a lot of people get angry when I make everything look easy and fun, but really, life can be easy and fun if you live in an easy and fun way. Debs, I live on vacation. It's vacation all the time. You need to be more relaxed in life. It sounds like you're letting all the rules get down. It's a form of energy. Money is a form of energy. Yes, that's true. I've heard that. And that makes sense. That makes sense. But I have a lot of energy, but not a lot of money. But here's the thing. I would rather be me with all of my energy and have no money than be a very wealthy person who is very sick in a mansion in a room with nurses waiting on them, hand and foot, watching television all day. No, thank you. No, thank you. I would say I'm wealthier than the wealthy person being catered to in the mansion. Even if they're not sick, even if all they're doing, and I know a guy like this, and he has millions, but what does he do with his days? He sits on the sofa and he watches TV. That's what he does. And pretty much nothing else. Oh, sometimes he works. As far as working goes, he's got this he's like a loan shark. So he's got money coming in from people who owe him money. Not that he's doing anything to get the money. He just loans them the money and then they pay him back. Like a mortgage broker or something, I don't know. Anyway, he spends all his days on the couch counting his millions. Go team. At least he has a roof over his head, right? Shoot me first, that's all I say. I don't want to live like that. He's the real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody. Doesn't have a point of view, knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you, not me? Nowhere man, please listen. You don't know what you're missing. Nowhere man, the world is at your command. He's as blind as he can be, just sees what he wants to see. Nowhere man, can you see me at all? I used to date guys like that. The nowhere men. I always ended up with the nowhere men. I don't know why. I think it's because I always have so much energy and so many things that I want to do that I guess these guys would think that I would do it all for them or something. I'm not really sure. And I don't know why I was attracted to nowhere men, but I was. And then I met Ray, my husband. Unfortunately, we only had not even 5 years together. We were only married for 11 months before he died. But he was not a nowhere man. He was a Renaissance man. He was the man. He could catch birds of prey out of the sky. He could wrestle alligators. He loves snakes. He was a cool dude. So that's something else I wanted to talk about. My Ray loved the Jeep. And he was all about the 80th anniversary of the Jeep, right before he died. He was like, it's been 80 years since the Jeep was invented. And I said, oh, I know all about this, because coming from the North Pittsburgh area and being a news reporter for the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, and Butler was my beat. Now, Butler, PA, you guys never even heard of it before President Trump was shot there, but Butler, PA is the hometown of the Jeep. It's the birthplace of the Jeep. I've just been curious if Jill wanted a tiny house someday and still travel. Actually, no, I don't want that. I know the tiny house thing sounds really cute and everything. Sorry, I just drink some coffee. This new thing in my mouth is really bothering me too, so if I look a little bit weirded out, that's why. I own a Jeep. It's in the shop, but it's a Patriot. That's so cool. So Butler is the home of the Jeep, and this is also a big deal with the Jeeps. And you met my dear friend who works at the Saxonburg Museum, Miss Molly, we call her. So Miss Molly is all about the Jeep anniversary too, and so we've got a lot going on. Jeeps, and then we've got the Roebling, the invention of the Brooklyn Bridge, which we have a replica. So much going on. You guys, this right now, this driving stuff, this is boring. Okay, this is like nothing. This is just Jill's driving through Florida, and when I get to my destination, it's gonna be non-stop action. But I still don't have the new one, but I don't know. It doesn't look any different. My teeth just look the same, but yeah. There's Jeep meetups in Colorado and all over the country. True. But the biggest, the most important Jeep meetup is in Butler every year. I've done newspaper articles on it, and it's a lot of fun. Hi, Mike. I suddenly have the hiccups. I don't know. Maybe I drank my coffee too fast. And I do have to keep my eyes on the road. Keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. And keep your eyes on the road, your hands upon the wheel. Yeah, we're going to Saxonburg, gonna have a good time. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Everybody's got their Jeeps. Jeep Cherokee. Yes, that was our first car too when I was a kid. My parents bought a Jeep when Jeep became a family car. The Jeep Wagoneer. That was it. The Wagoneer. Oh my. So we bought a Jeep Wagoneer, I'm going to say 1980, and for my mom to drive us around. And that's where she got the nickname Hobson. Remember the movie? Once in your life will you find her, someone to turn your heart around. The next thing you know, you're closing down the town. Who knows what song this is from? Wake up and it's still with you. Even though you laughed your way across town, wondering to yourself, hey, what have I found? When you get lost between the moon and New York City, I know it's crazy, but it's true. If you get caught between the moon and New York, how did Christopher Cross do it? City. The best that you can do is fall in love. Arthur, he does as he pleases. All of his life is master's toys, and deep in his heart he knows he's just the one. Living his life one day at a time is showing himself a pretty good time. laughing about the way they want it to be. I know you're singing with me, Betty, aren't you? If we get caught between the moon and New York. See, I can't do that. That's an octave up. I don't know how he does it. Christopher Cross, dude. Respect. Yeah, go green Jeep. Gerald knows. Gotta get ready to shuffle off to Buffalo. Are you seriously shuffling off to Buffalo? Well, you are our New York Debs. So I guess if anyone's going to shuffle off to Buffalo, it's going to be you. Love you so much, Debs. Have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. And if you are at all not busy on the 4th of July, hang out with me. Because on the 4th of July, we're going to Washington! We're going to Washington, D.C. Get your motor on and head out on the highway. Looking for adventure. And whatever comes my way. Hey, darling, gonna make it happen. Take the world in a love embrace. Fire all of your guns at once and explode into space. I like smoking lightning. Heavy metal thunder. Pressing with the ease. And the feeling that I'm under. How many people do this online? Is it a lot? Is this like a thing? Or is it just me on the Beach Report? I do it on purpose. I just want to be unique. You know, kind of like my grandchild is going to call me Booby. Because if my grandchild is in the middle of a crowd of old ladies and needs to find me, she's going to scream, Bobby! And it'll just be me. It's what we do. You know. Just trying to stick out. Just trying to be unique. Because everybody's out there. Everybody's trying to get a piece of the pie, right? No, I'm joking. I don't really care. I just want the world to be a better place. I just want people to be kinder to each other. I want people to understand that life is such a wonderful gift and you should appreciate it in ways that, like, every morning get up and say thank you for opening my eyes. And also, when you hold on to things, which I was talking to this woman this morning, like, she was such a breath of fresh air, but she said when you hold on to anything, then you get stuck. And I know Deb's just left, but maybe she needs to hear this. When you are holding on to something so hard, then you lose your way. You really have to let everything go. There was a song, I don't know this song, but it was called Let It Go. I think it was like Ariel or some Disney something, I don't know what. But anyway, that is the best advice I think anybody can give you, is to just let it go. Don't have attachments to any one thing. Be free in life to have lots of friends. When it comes to romance, though, I'm a one-man woman, personally. I don't think you should be free with your body. That's another thing. Respect yourself. Always be very respectful of your body and your autonomy, and take care of yourself. We women are raised, especially we Gen Xers and Boomers, we were raised to be so kind and so permissive, and also to be accommodating and help everybody around us. And it has been to our detriment. Not that we shouldn't be helpful, but just be careful who you're helping. And be careful how you're helping. Because sometimes doing things for other people that they could damn well do for themselves, it's another way that it limits you. When you, for instance, have a child in their teens, and you're cooking for them, and you're cleaning their room, and you're doing all of these things that they need to learn to do for themselves, because that's how life is. The more you do for them, your message is to them, you can't do this yourself. It's a very bad message to give somebody. When you tell somebody, I'll do it, don't worry, you don't have to bother yourself, you're literally letting them take over your own life. And you don't want to give anybody power over you. If anyone has power over you, it should be God. And that's another thing the dog sitter and I were talking about, is that we don't make plans. God makes plans for us. She called it cycles. I call it missions. I'm on a mission now. One mission ends, the next mission starts. And I just go from mission to mission to mission. A person like me, I can't be in a 9-to-5 job where I show up every day. To me, that sounds like torture. And I never could do it. And I've tried. I tried back in the day. And I've had very regimented, busy jobs. I worked on a couple of television shows, and when you work in the television industry, you better be on time. You know, everything's on a schedule. Minute by minute by minute by minute. I've worked in, also, I was the executive editor of a magazine. You know, I've not done jobs where I'm the employee. I've mostly done everything freelance, or I'm the boss. I don't really want to be the boss, but then again, I guess I do. I am a huge control freak, but only about myself. I don't like to control other people. Good morning, Ron. Always self-employed. There's a difference in mentality between people who have always been self-employed and people who work for other people. And the people who are used to working for other people are often critical of those of us who refuse to do that. Just refuse to do that. I'm not saying I won't do it. I mean, I work for other people all the time. The dog sitting is working for other people, you know, cleaning people's houses, all that stuff. That's working for other people, but it's under my control. You know what I mean? It just has to be my control. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mean that I'm lazy. And it certainly doesn't mean that I'm using anybody. If anything, I don't charge very much for my services, and I should. And there's a lot of times I just want to do the job because I love it. You know, I published a whole book for one of my clients. He's a client, but I haven't made him pay anything. I did the whole book for him because he needed to get started, and it got him started. Was it a good idea that I did it all for him? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I did too much. Maybe I took away his will to really want to do it himself, you know, in a way. But we've had this conversation, he and I, and he wants to do more. And I said, that's good, but now you really have to do more of the more. So I will still help him. I love to help people. And I don't take money for it, because the thing sometimes is that my help, my work, if I write something, for instance, you know, I sometimes like a book or something, I think that is such an expensive thing to do, and most people can't afford it. And it is so valuable that I want to do it for free because you can't afford it, and I want you to have it. Does that make sense? Or is that crazy? What are you asking? You want to see my seatbelt. Perception better. Sometimes because I'm driving you on a cell tower. You can't see. All right. Well, I guess it's because I'm in the car. Oh, looks my